Due to rainouts and the LAUSD teacher strike, the Port of Los Angeles high school girls soccer team only played 7 games in the 2018-2019 season. So second-year coach Trina Bozart and the Polar Bears look to play for a more longer season in the 2019-2020 campaign, which would begin on November 20th at the Harbor Sports Complex against rival Harbor Teacher Prep. The game ended in a 1-1 draw. The Polar Bears felt like they left with unfinished business, considering it was an own goal by the Monarchs that allowed them to stay in the game. So they made a point to prove to themselves that they are still a dangerous team in the December 3rd clash at Daniels Field against Mary Star of the Sea. Explosive senior midfielder Keely Bale scored the game's opening goal just a minute into the contest. In the opening minutes of the second half, gifted junior forward Sofia Alvarez would score her first high school goal in 2 years after taking a year off due to club commitment with the LA Galaxy. That game ended in a 3-3 draw. Alvarez and Bales would form a devastating combination for the remainder of the regular season, especially on December 12th on a hot fall day in South Central LA at Crenshaw High School, where the Polar Bears set a new school record for goals in a game when they defeated the Cougars 20-0 in a Imperial League encounter. Alvarez and Bales combined to score 13 of those goals, and when the Polar Bears returned home in the year 2020 to the Field of Dreams in San Pedro for more league action, they continued to let the good times roll. Freshman forward Tyus Cortez became another reliable weapon in the Polar Bears' attack, while junior goalie Kiana Nelson continued her rapid improvement in protecting the net. On January 28th in the rematch with Crenshaw, Bales would set a new standard for single-season scoring. With that goal, Port of Los Angeles High School girls soccer senior Keely Bales becomes the all-time leader in goals for a single season. 2 days later, on January 30th, the Polar Bears looked to wrap up a second straight Imperial League championship, and they would do it by scoring early and often in the first half against host Dorsey. Freshman forward Raya Rivera scored the final goal of a 7-0 first-half blitz. Then the quick thinking of senior Natalia Ningas, one of 4 remaining members from the 2017 CIF-Los Angeles City Section Division II championship team, would put the finishing touches on a 10-0 win and their second straight Imperial League championship. The Polar Bears looked to keep it alive and kicking as they would go into some serious business when the Division II playoffs began. After cruising through league play, Port of LA would enter the playoffs in their Division II first-round matchup against Belmont on February 12th with the same razor-sharp intensity they exhibited throughout the entire regular season. Earning the 9th seed of the tournament and going up against the 24th seeded Sentinels, the Polar Bears wasted little time in asserting their will on this second-minute goal from Alvarez. Just seconds later, Bales would score an astonishing 46th goal of the 2020 season, and the Polar Bears were up 2-0 before anyone could bat an eye. The defense of the Polar Bears was stifling, as Nelson only needed to make one save. By the midway stages of the first half, Alvarez already had a hat trick and would finish with 5 goals on the day, as the Polar Bears led 6-0 at halftime. The Polar Bears' pursuit of attacking the goal was even more evident in the second half, especially in the case of senior Bianca Sarmiento, who would score only her second goal of the year. Belmont's aggression late in the second half led to a foul, and Cortez easily drove home the penalty kick. When the final whistle blew, the Polar Bears would enjoy a 10-0 victory over Belmont before the sun set on their 2019-2020 season with a second-round 4-3 overtime loss to Maya Angelou on Valentine's Day. Pola finished 11-3-2 overall.